So a disorder of the corpus callosum is a malformation of the brain.
So the corpus callosum is the major white matter tract in the brain that connects the two hemispheres.
It's the main highway, if you like, between the two halves of the brain.
When you have a disorder of the corpus callosum, there's a breakdown in that pathway.
When you have disorder of that part of the brain, all of it may be missing, some of it may be missing, it may be underdeveloped.
So for some people they have agenesis, meaning they have no corpus callosum, or partial agenesis, so partially missing, or hyperplastic corpus callosum, so that's a thinning corpus callosum, and there's also some other terms that are often used. And when you are born with a disorder of the corpus callosum, it stays with you for life.
Causes are unknown and the manifestations are often different for everybody.
So I have complete agenesis of the corpus callosum, and I found out when I was 18 as an incidental finding.
My daughter, Victoria, has a partial agenesis.
So I have partial agenesis of the corpus callosum. My images, to me, look hyperplastic in the sense that there's a complete corpus callosum there. It's just smaller.
So our son, Max, who's 1, has hyperplasia of the corpus callosum and decreased myelination. So we found out about that when he was 4 months old and was quite severely delayed in his development.
Aggie was diagnosed at 14 months by an MRI following the identification of some developmental delay and some other telltale signs that perhaps something wasn't quite right.
They sort of said, okay, well, go and see this specialist and then go and see this specialist, and we got bounced around between a lot of different people trying to get help for him and figure out what his journey might look like.
We left hospital and we didn't get much support or advice regarding what the next steps were.
I'll be dancing on my own, making moves up as I go. That's what they don't know. That's what they don't know.
It hasn't got a profile. So even the professionals that you're going to be coming across aren't going to understand fully what this is.
This is a really rare condition that they might come across it once and then that might be it for their whole careers.
The sad thing is that there's not enough research, and so we don't know what is going to be the best thing for Max or what his future might look like.
You just have to get in the driver's seat. You have to become the voice for your child.
You're not going mad if people try and tell you that what you're seeing isn't there.
What you're actually looking for is professionals who will listen to you, value your experience, value your understanding of your child and what's going on for them.
If you feel your child needs some extra help, keep fighting.
I tell people Aggie's almost able. I don't like to use the term disabled. I think disabling talks about a process and disabled is the end of that process. So I don't think we're at the end of her journey. So I say almost able. Aggie's almost able to do almost anything.
Don't treat them as special. Acknowledge that they've got the DCC, but you've got the same expectations as their siblings.
I would say to other families to just be patient and not, I guess, try and search for the whys. Why is this happening to me? You know, it's not fair, because it isn't fair.
I would say as soon as you have any information regarding the diagnosis of the DCC is to seek out early intervention. Get on board to the website, so AusDoCC has a wealth of information and support there as well. So this whole concept of not feeling alone in this journey.
I think most importantly though is self-care. Self-care is so important for yourself and your own well-being, because if you can't take care of yourself, you won't be able to take care of your family members. For us, it just looked like one day at a time, trying to work things out and just going with it. So yes, it is hard. It's not an easy road, but we're going to be okay, and we're fighters. And the reality is that right now we're creating a pathway for the generations to come, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.